Imagine you're having a completely normal day. You are walking down a hallway at work, or maybe you are moving boxes in your basement. You turn a corner a little too fast, or maybe you lean against a wall that just feels a little off. And then it happens. You don't fall, you don't trip, you just slip. You find yourself somewhere else entirely. This is how it always begins. No one ever looks for the backrooms. It's a place you find by accident, a cosmic mistake, a glitch in the fabric of what you thought was real. One moment you are safe in your world, and the next you have no clipped out of reality. Once you are there, the first thing you notice is the color. It's a sickening mono yellow. The walls are covered in this old damp wallpaper that has probably been peeling for decades. You look around, expecting to see a door back to where you came from, but there is none. There is only more of the same. More yellow walls, more stained, damp carpet, and more empty doorways leading to rooms that look exactly like the one you are standing in. You have no idea how you got here. All you know is that you are alone, and the silence is deafening. This sudden, inexplicable shift is the core of the Backrooms legend. It preys on a very simple, very human fear, the fear of being lost. But this is not like being lost in a forest or a strange city. This is being lost from reality itself. There are no landmarks, no sun to guide you, and no hope of finding a friendly face. The rules you have lived by your entire life no longer apply. The physics of our world seem to have abandoned you here, leaving you stranded in an endless maze that was never meant for human eyes. It's a place that shouldn't exist, yet here you are, standing right in the middle of it. Your mind races, trying to make sense of the impossible. You might pinch yourself, thinking it's all a bad dream, but the musty smell of the wet carpet is too real. The faint flickering of the lights above is too consistent. You start walking, because what else can you do? You move from one identical room to another, hoping the next one will be different, that it will hold an exit. But it never does. Each new room is just a copy of the last, stretching on for what feels like miles. You are a prisoner in an endless office building from a forgotten time, and the panic is just beginning to set in. As you wander deeper into this impossible place, the silence you first noticed gets replaced by something much worse. A sound. It's a low, constant hum. It's the sound of fluorescent lights, but amplified, buzzing with a strange energy that gets under your skin. The sound is everywhere and nowhere at the same time. You can't escape it. It vibrates through the floor, through the walls, and right into your bones. This constant, maddening buzz becomes the soundtrack to your new existence, a reminder that you are trapped in a place where things are fundamentally wrong. It's an electrical hum that promises no comfort, only decay. This environment is what people call a liminal space. That's a fancy term for a place of transition. Think of an empty airport late at night, a deserted school hallway during summer break, or a waiting room with no other people. These are places you are meant to pass through, not stay in. They feel strange and unsettling because they are stripped of their usual purpose and people. The Backrooms is the ultimate liminal space. It's an infinite series of hallways and rooms that lead nowhere, a transition that never ends. Your brain screams that you shouldn't be here, and that unease slowly turns into pure dread. The design of the Backrooms is a masterclass in psychological horror. There are no monsters jumping out at you, at least not at first. The horror comes from the place itself. The endless repetition of the rooms creates a sense of hopelessness. The ugly uniform yellow of the wallpaper is nauseating. The dampness of the carpet suggests neglect and decay, as if this place has been rotting for an eternity. And then there's the layout. The walls meet at unnatural angles, the corridors twist in ways that make no sense, and you get the distinct feeling that you are being watched. You can't shake that feeling. Even though you seem to be completely alone, your instincts tell you otherwise. Every shadow seems to move when you are not looking directly at it. You hear faint scuttling sounds that are quickly drowned out by the buzzing of the lights. Is it just your mind playing tricks on you, cracking under the pressure of this awful place? Or is there something else here, lurking just beyond the next corner, waiting in the endless yellow maze with you? You don't want to find out, but you have no choice but to keep moving. The legend of the Backrooms didn't start with a book or a movie. It started with a single creepy picture posted on the internet. Someone added a little story, and from there it exploded. This is a horror story born from our modern connected world. People didn't just tell stories about the backrooms, they started creating evidence. They made found footage videos, pretending to be people who had glitched out of reality and were documenting their terrifying journey. These videos, often shaky and low quality, made the whole thing feel disturbingly real. It was no longer just a story, it was an experience. This style of horror, known as analog horror, is a huge reason why the backrooms became so popular. The videos are made to look like they were recorded on old VHS tapes or early digital cameras. They have glitches, distorted audio, and a washed-out look that makes them feel like lost artifacts from a different time. This aesthetic taps into a sense of nostalgia, while also making the footage feel more authentic, more real. When you watch a video of someone running through those yellow halls with the camera glitching and the audio filled with static and screams, a part of you believes it. The internet allowed the backrooms to grow into a massive shared universe. People from all over the world started adding their own chapters to the legend. They created different levels of the backrooms, each with its own unique environment and dangers. They designed strange creatures or entities that stalk the empty corridors. This collaborative storytelling is what makes the backrooms so unique. It's not one person's story. It's a modern urban legend built by an entire community, with every new video, story, or drawing making the world richer and more terrifying. This trend is so powerful because it reflects our anxieties about the modern world. We live so much of our lives online, in digital spaces that can sometimes feel isolating and strange. The idea of glitching out of reality feels strangely plausible in an age of deepfakes and virtual reality. The Backrooms takes that feeling and turns it into a full-blown nightmare. It's a horror story that feels like it could only exist right now, a perfect monster for the internet age, where anyone with a camera and a good idea can add to the lore. So why has this particular story captured our collective imagination so fiercely? It's because the Backrooms taps into a fear that is both ancient and incredibly modern. The fear of the unknown is as old as humanity itself. But the Backrooms packages that fear in a way that feels intensely personal to our generation. It's not a haunted house you choose to enter or a monster from an old book. It's a random, senseless error in the system of reality. It suggests that the stable world we rely on is actually fragile, that it could break at any moment without warning. The horror is also deeply psychological. There is no evil villain with a clear motive. There is only the place itself, indifferent, endless, and maddening. It forces you to confront the idea of true isolation. What happens when you are stripped of everything? People, nature, purpose. The Backrooms is a thought experiment in existential dread. It suggests that the worst thing that can happen to a person isn't being killed by a monster, but being left completely and utterly alone in a place that will slowly erase your sanity, one buzzing yellow room at a time. The way the legend spreads mimics a virus, which makes it even scarier. Once you learn about the Backrooms, you can't unlearn it. The idea gets lodged in the back of your mind. The next time you see an empty office building at night, or walk through a deserted subway station, you might feel a shiver down your spine. You might notice the hum of the lights a little more. You might look at a blank wall and wonder what would happen if you just fell through it. The Backrooms infects the real world with its sense of dread. So, the next time you feel a strange sense of déjà vu or see a shadow flicker in the corner of your eye, be careful. If you're walking and the world around you seems to stutter for just a second, like a lagging video game, don't ignore it. It could be nothing. A trick of the light, your mind playing games. But it could also be the first sign that the walls of your reality are becoming thin. Be careful where you step. One wrong move, one accidental slip, and you could be the next person to find themselves in that terrible yellow place, with only the hum of the lights for company. Forever.